Good morning, this is Wendy. I'm sitting in a very nice car park in Alsager, and I wanted to just very quickly talk to you a little bit about this ridiculous plan to decarbonise Alsager Civic. Why do I think this is ridiculous? Because A, it's going to cost too much, B, it's going to be impossible to achieve, and C, it's going to make absolutely no difference whatsoever. It's purely virtue signalling, and it's giving a private sector company, Pearson Design and Engineering, a £10 million or a share in a £10 million funding, which is your money, your taxpayers' money, your hard-earned money, giving it to Pearson to deliver this unachievable project. First of all, for Alsager alone, the cost is going to be £174,000. Now, some of that is coming from a grant that the Town Council are currently in the process of applying for. But listen to this, the Town Council are having to shoulder any of the contingency costs. Now, of course, as that project is going to be growing and growing and growing, and the costs are going to be going up and up and up the longer it's delayed, that contingency cost is already being met by Alsager Town Council. £10,000 has already been committed to that. That is your money going straight into the pockets of Pearson. Is that what you want for your taxpayers' council tax money? Number two, in the northwest, we get about 1,400 hours of sunshine per annum. And of course, we love it when we get it, don't we? Because it's a bit of a rarity. Now, 1,400 hours of sunshine does not equate to a huge amount of kilowatt hourage production in a solar panel. It's about 5 kilowatt hours use of wattage per hour. The solar panels needed to do anything more than boil a kettle at the Civic are going to have to be plastered all over the roof. It's going to mean a huge cost, and of course even solar panels themselves, they have questionable eco credentials, and they also have to be maintained, and they also have to be replaced after about 10 to 15 years. So this whole idea that solar panels can be the answer to electricity generation for the Civic is absolutely absurd and ridiculous. Thirdly, usage of the Civic Centre during the day is dropping. In the last 2 years, we have seen a reduction in the usage of the Civic during the day. Now, when does the sun shine? Yes, it's during the day, isn't it? So why on earth are we funding a project to the tune of £174,000 that's going to create electricity usage that is not going to be used because people aren't in the building? It is a complete anomaly, and it is a ridiculous commitment. And the final point, which I think is even, it isn't perhaps the most important thing, but I think it adds fuel to the fire, is that the independent chair of the Environment and Communities Committee from Cheshire East himself said just a few weeks ago that this particular scheme, the particular scheme for Cheshire East to decarbonise and become carbon neutral by 2025 was unachievable. They set that process in place in 2019. They've had 6 years to deliver, and it hasn't been delivered in 6 years. So they're now saying, well, we'll extend it to 2027. Well, my vote is that by 2027, you'll find that people are not voting for independents, they're not going to be voting for Conservatives, they're not going to be voting for Labour, and they're not going to be voting Lib Dem. People are going to be voting for the voice of reason. The voice of reason is reform, and the only way to stop this happening, this absolute madness, with your funding, your money that should be in your pocket, is by voting reform.